Checkered flag, here I come. Oh no! McQueen has blown a tire!
And with only one turn to go, can he make it? You fool!
A true classic. A throwback, if you will. But, overall, a certified banger of a race. Welcome in, everybody. We are talking about the Food City 500, the first Food City 500 run on a St. Patrick's Day since 2013. So we had that race this afternoon. You'll notice there was no stream. I was busy working on some stuff, missed about the first half of it, not even half, about the first stage of the race, and then got back. And once I got back, I did watch the whole thing, and it was a certified banger. What a race. But yeah, I mentioned first time since 2013. I'm going to go ahead and do what I always do, which is show stuff off. I got to put it that way. There you go. That was the Food City pin from 2013. And, of course, why would I be showing that off if it wasn't for the humble brag of the race winner from that 2013 race? This was Casey Kane's only Bristol win. He should have won the fall race of this season, 2013, but didn't. And so, yeah, the only time he won in the Great Clips car as well for the number 5. So, yeah. Had that car as well. But I decided to pop it out for the occasion, just because I also like to show race cars off. That's what I do. But anyway, guys, let's talk about this race. Holy smokes. I mean, where do we start? I guess we can start with Stage 1. We'll do a quick little recap, but we'll start in the Stage 1 area. So we'll move into the Stage 1 results. We'll pop them up on the screen here. And, yeah, what you're going to notice is, man, Ty Gibbs got the stage win. I'll tell you, though, you'll look and notice there's no Denny Hamlin. You'll notice there's no Chase Elliott. There's barely a Ryan Blaney. You'll notice a lot of guys are missing off this list. And I say missing, Ryan Blaney's down the list, but what happened was with about 10 to go in the stage, I shouldn't say everyone, a bunch of people's tires started falling off. Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin are racing for the lead. They're not even in there. They're not. I mean, their tires went bald and, corded so bad that they went from first to almost a lap down. Actually, Kyle Busch spun and did go a lap down before the end of the stage. So these are the cars that their tires held on just long enough, and you're going to notice a lot of similarities between these and the cars that got top 10s by the end of the race. So that was Stage 1 results. Ty Gibbs with the win. Kyle Larson second. Good run for John Hunter Nemechek and Ryan Preece. Josh Berry snagging some much-needed stage points in there. We move on to stage number 2. So we move on to stage 2. I need to pop those results up for you quick. Here we go. There they are. Over on stage 2 results, you can see we got Gibbs, Keselowski, Logano needed some points. Snagged him here. Unfortunately, that's about all the points he scored today. But he got his points there. John Hunter, another good run. He got massive points today, which are huge. Ryan Preece snagged another stage point. You'll see Kyle Larson down there. Denny Hamlin did hold on a little bit better here in the second stage. And then you'll see Truex there again. And, so that was our stage 2 results. As we move past those 2 stages, we'll head into the results. But basically what we ran into all day long was the issue of tire wear. Tire wear was huge. Guys could go about 30 laps on tires if they ran hard, and they would start to really fade. If they tried to manage their tires, they might stick around a little longer. But basically this was like a gumball of a tire. This is like tires at Darlington. They were just wearing out. I mean, you could come in, and we will see it by the end of the race, you could come in and pit with only 30 lap fresher tires, and you would be blowing the doors off of everyone around you. And here's the thing. If it wasn't for the flat tires, this race would have been incredible. I mean, and I say incredible, it was. This was a 9.5 out of 10. It was that good. We were that close to a 10 out of 10. And the only stipulation, the reason that's not there, is the flat tires that caused crashes. Because they literally wore out so badly that they crashed. But that being said, part of that's a stage racing issue. You're encouraged to stay out on a tire that has literally corded so bad for the extra 3 laps to try and not go a lap down. Well, if you don't know the caution's coming, you would have pitted right away, and then that just would have been part of the tire strategy. So I will say stage racing doesn't work as well with this type of tire. You actually need this thing to just sort of play out over a long haul. But that being said, it was so much fun. I mean, you had guys pitting at different intervals. You didn't know when they were going to pit. We saw tire fall off from a 15.6 to a 19.5 at Bristol. 15.6 to a 19.5. That is 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Bristol's only a 16-second racetrack to get around. 4 seconds. You go a lap down in 4 laps at that pace. That's incredible. I mean, that tire strategy is incredible. So, all I can say, NASCAR, Goodyear, do not touch the tire. Don't touch it. Do not touch it. Bring this thing back in the fall. But, Friday, Thursday, give them 2-hour-long practice sessions to dial these cars in and get them a little closer to where they want to be. But other than that, let them go, because man, was this fun. All right, let's move on to the results of this race. So we showed you the stage results. It was chaotic through the first 2 stages. By stage 3, everyone kind of knew what was going on, and they knew what to expect. And so once we'll go ahead and jump into the results. We're going to actually go backwards to forward. So we're going to start with the worst results first. Oh, wow, that's very, very small. Why is it not able to see that? Hold on a minute. Yoink. Oh, that's ugly. There we go. I had to make that a little bigger. Okay, so anyway, there's the results. You'll notice over there, man, Zane Smith cannot just catch a break today. I don't know what his deal or what keeps happening to him, but he just has not been able to catch a break at all. Just tough luck all season long. William Byron was caught up in an accident, Joey Logano, and broke a toe link 7-8 laps down right at the point. He's done. Like, his competitive day was over. Noah Gragson, corded his right front tire early, pitted, went 3 laps down, got back on the lead lap, and then corded him again and went another 3 laps down. So just a tough day. Fought back, got on there, but just never could really get the car and the track position to work for him. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was caught up in something. Harrison Burton, Austin Cindric were all caught up in different little messes, but that's where they all ended up today. We'll move on now to the front of the field. I like to get the other ones out of the way. I shouldn't say front of the field. We're moving just one step at a time. Here, Tyler Reddick was involved in some stuff. Everybody in this list, by the way, was 2 laps down or more. I believe everybody from like 17th on back was 2 laps down. So AJ Allmendinger had a couple small incidents, but got it through. Kyle Busch showed really good pace early, and once it came down to saving tires, he just nothing. They did not have the right setup for a tire like this, and this is where I will put a little of the blame on NASCAR. There were so many teams that were so far off the pace because they didn't have enough practice time to really dial the car in. And so, like, Kyle Busch at the end of the race was running 19 something while they were running 16. Like, he was losing a lap every 5 laps, but it made more sense to stay out. Carson Hocevar, Austin Dillon, you just see them all on that list. Corey LaJoie, and then there's Joey Logano, 22nd. Still not a great result for Joey Logano. He did at least get some stage points, so it'll help a little bit, but man, this is not Joey Logano we've seen in the past. We move into the next set of results here. There we go. So the next set of results here, you see we got Michael McDowell with an 11th place finish. I'm telling you guys, Michael McDowell is going to make the playoffs. No win required. He's going to get there. Then you'll see the 3 Stewart-Haas cars that ran well. Barry, 11th. Chase Briscoe, 13th. Ryan Preece, 14th. And then you got Chastain, Blaney, Justin Haley with a good run, top 20. You see Daniel Suarez, Kaz Grala, top 20. I mean, both Rick Ware Racings in the top 20. Good day for them. And Eric Jones in 20th. But the biggest thing I'm going to point out about this, Josh Berry. Josh Berry had a great race, had different moments. This really suited his style with the late model tire conservation stuff. He was running 4th with like 6 laps to go. He lost, I say he lost a lap, but he lost all of those spots in the last 2 laps because his tires went from like a 17-second lap to a 19-second lap, like that, right when it started cording. And, you fall like a rock. The thing has no grip, and he fell from 4th to 12th in a matter of like 5 laps. And, that created some intense lap traffic racing. It was incredible. It was incredible. The racing today was incredible. I was so bummed last year with how the Bristol night race turned out. It was just a little bit of not a snoozer, but not great. This gives me a whole new hope. I am so excited for the Bristol night race. I am hoping they just say, screw it, we don't need stages. This is enough. And we just see that because this was incredible racing, and I am super pumped. But yeah, I had to shout that out and point that out because it was crazy. Chase Briscoe, same thing. Ran around 13th, drove up to 7th, and then cornered his tire with 5 to go and fell to 13th. It was bizarre. And so we'll move into the last section of the results here. Let's see here. There we go. The last one, Denny Hamlin, our winner, and Truex. Those are the 2. They were like 7 seconds ahead of Brad Keselowski, 15 ahead of Bowman, and 15 ahead of Larson. John Nemechek, 6th, 1 lap down. Chris Buescher, 7th, 1 lap down. Chase Elliott, Ty Gibbs, Christopher Bell, all 1 lap down. Christopher Bell was running third with like 7 or 8 laps to go. Finished 10th. I mean, just cored the tires off and they were done. And so I would have been very interested to see what the next 10 laps of the race would have looked like, because Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex had corded their tires. They literally ran 19-second lap times on the last lap of the race, as did a bunch of other cars. Kyle Larson was running 16s something. Alex Bowman was running 16 something. Chase Elliott was running a 16.9 or a 17.1. Like, I'm curious how much those guys who had conserved tires would have had a chance to jump up, but it was incredible. It was so much fun. I mean, I can't even explain how much more fun that was. Just a super, super fun race. So, anyway, that is our results. Denny Hamlin comes home the winner. Great looking race win. You can pick that up at rasdiecast.com. Shameless plug. But that'll be available over there. It's going to be a great looking race win. Do not miss out on this one. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, let's move on to the point standings after today, because we had a race, and this race was something else. Yeah, we'll show this one off. We'll go to the bottom half of the standings first. So Kyle Busch drops a few spots with a real rough day, ends up on the cut line. He is now 16th. That's right, Kyle Busch is 16th in points. Michael McDowell, 17th in points. Bubba Wallace is 18th in points. But the name I'm going to mention moved up 4 spots. Joey Logano up to 26th. Up to 26th for Joey Logano. That is not what we're used to saying. And not only is he up to 26th, he's a decent ways out of the points battle yet. I mean, if he wants to get to 16th, he's going to have to score another 40-something points. So Joey Logano's got a ways to go. Like, he's a good run. 22nd with stage points, got him decent points. But he's got a long way to go yet, and I have not seen the speed. I mean, once the stage was over with, he fell back and just never could get the thing going again. Zane Smith had a miserable year so far. We got Ryan Preece over there as well. Tough year. Noah Gragson down 6 spots. A really rough race today. So, yeah, not at all what they were hoping for out of the 10 car. Goes back another 6 spots after really having a good week last week. But it's all early. There's still time, but it is starting to take shape. Carson Hocevar, 24th. I expect to see him potentially have a chance to rise throughout the rest of the season. And really, I don't see a lot of cars out of this top 16 sneaking their way forward. I don't think a lot of cars outside this group are going to move forward. Statistics show over the last few years it's like 2 to 3. 2 or 3 of these cars will get in, and that's it. And like I said, I'm picking McDowell if I'm going to pick one. But, yeah, so that's our current chase bubble as it's taking shape. Let's go ahead and move on to the front runners in the standings. Kyle Larson now becomes our new point leader, and he has a win, so of course he's locked into the playoffs. But we also have Martin Truex Jr. in second. Ty Gibbs, second full-time season, running in the 3rd spot. Ryan Blaney does drop 3 spots after a fairly miserable day. Denny Hamlin goes up 3 spots, and Chase Elliott goes up 3 spots as well. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not sure how. He had a top 10 finish, but he had no stage points, so I guess he moves up. Ross Chastain held serve. Christopher Bell went up a few. Bad day for Reddick and Byron and Suarez. They go down a little bit in the standings. And then Bowman has solidified. I mean, all the Hendrick cars top 12 in points. So as bad as they ran the last couple weeks, they're all in points doing all right. Then Brad and Chris, John Hunter Nemechek in 15th, and Kyle Busch 16th. If I had to pick one guy that I'm unsure if they'll be able to make the playoffs or not, I'm going to pick John Hunter Nemechek, strictly based on that team. And everyone around him is a proven winner. And we haven't seen that yet out of John Hunter Nemechek. And then guys that I think are really going to have a chance to start running for the regular season title. Ryan Blaney's had good speed. Bad day today, but overall, I think Ty Gibbs is going to have a chance. He has won some stages. He's got like some good stage points last few weeks. So Ty Gibbs, Martin Truex, Kyle Larson, obviously that whole top 6 I would say have a chance. I'm not sure about Chase Elliott, honestly. I don't know if they have the speed. Even today, speed wasn't there. A little fluky of a race. So they qualified well, some of that stuff. We'll see. Give it 2 or 3 more weeks and we'll have an idea what speed we're expecting. But outside of that, Christopher Bell's had good speed. Question is, can he be consistent? Because we haven't seen it thus far in his career as far as the regular season title. But anyway, guys, that will wrap up the review on that Bristol race. Let me know what you thought of it. It was, man, like I said, 9.5 out of 10. What a fun race. Obviously, I hate the flat tires that cause guys issues. But outside of that, man, that was a fun race. There was 3 wide. There was pushing the issue. There was bumping in the corner when a guy would be in your way. And just man, what a fun race. So very excited to see what next year or next fall brings, or this fall. Yeah, this fall. For the Bristol night race. I am excited. I will be there once again. I go every year, and I was not looking forward to it as much as I thought till today. I am 100% sold. If you haven't bought your tickets for that night race, you're going to want to get them tomorrow, because that thing will be sold out. After a race like that, you can bet that'll sell out. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and we will see you tomorrow in our next diecast review.